Hey, good morning, everyone. It is Kelley Bayern, meteorologist in the KOIN Now digital booth, our live streaming studio. And it's my first live stream ever. So thank you for tuning in. And you have a lot of weather to talk about here with the heat that we saw these last few days. Really kicked up this week with record heat yesterday. So lots to get into. We'll talk about your weekend forecast and some nicer temperatures on the way as we work our way into the weekend. Some cool down temperatures on the way. So let's get going here. Yesterday's highs, just brutal heat in our September here. Portland, as you can see, we hit 102 yesterday, and that was a new record high, beating the old record of 101 set back in 1988, almost 4 decades ago. Yeah, it was tough to be outside. I'm sure if you went out there, you felt the heat. You also smelled some wildfire smoke. Also, Astoria out on the coastline was a spot that also broke record highs. Notice how the coastline saw temperatures in the 80s. So gosh, it was just so hot for the entire region. Vancouver didn't actually make it into the triple digits, and still very hot though if you were out there. It was just not fun to be out for any prolonged amount of time. Now take a look at these records. These are the all-time hottest September days. Right now, the number one spot was back in early September of 1988. We hit 105 degrees. That's the warmest that we've ever felt in Portland since starting to take records and observations all the way back in 1938. And then yesterday, 102. That was our new record for this year. And then the only other time, the third time we hit the triple digits in September was all the way back in 1944. So gosh, that was just a lot of heat. It seems like the trend might be every 40 years we get a very hot September. Not sure if that's actually the case, but it seems like it. So very rare to get triple-digit temperatures working into this part of the year. Will we break records today? Well, here's a look at a few cities. Portland, the record for today is 97. And my forecast is 98. So we'll likely hit the upper 90s today. I think it might be a little tougher for the region, the Valley, the Portland metro area to break the triple digits again. We did so yesterday because we had those very breezy east winds, and that is the mechanism of big time heat ups at this point in the year when we have high pressure over us, lots of strong sunshine, and those very dry downsloping winds over the Cascades right into the area that really crank the temperature. So we hit the triple digits yesterday. We don't have those winds in place today, so I don't think we're going to make it into the triple digits, but maybe the mid upper 90s. Plus we also have some smoke overhead, which can sometimes limit heat. So likely the mid upper 90s, and today in Portland, still a chance that we break record highs. Now Salem, probably in the mid 90s, lots of wildfire smoke down there as well. The record today is 99, so probably not getting there. And then Astoria, we're going to cool down across the coastline. So no more 90s or 80s out there. Likely today throughout the weekend for the coast, we're back in the 70s, a lot cooler and very pleasant. So enjoyable conditions out there. Today for the coast, we're in the low to upper 70s. There is still a lot of locations on the coastline that are socked in by clouds and fog, even at this point in the morning. So those will burn off by midday, and the afternoon we should see more sunshine, and again, pleasant seaside at 72, Tillamook in the mid 70s. And here's the valley. As you can see, those very hot temperatures still in the mid to upper 90s. So still a lot of heat. Again, still potentially record-breaking heat, and these are temperatures that you will want to avoid being in for a prolonged amount of time. These can be very dangerous temperatures if you're overexerting yourself. Wear loose-fitting clothing, drink lots of water. And again, the wildfire smoke that we have over the area is not helping things either. It's just, a really tough stretch of days to be outside with the heat and the poor air quality with all the wildfire smoke. Okay, here's a look at our weather pattern. Just want to share why we've had this heat. High pressure is the main culprit, just a big dome of high pressure over us that has caused temperatures to skyrocket the last few days. That high pressure strengthened today, and now it's starting to weaken. So as we head our way into Saturday, Sunday, this high pressure shifts to the east, and portions of the central U.S., East Coast will likely get some heat through the middle of next week. But for us, we start to replace that high pressure with low pressure. Nice trough of low pressure dips into the region, and we will see much cooler temperatures, likely back in the 70s. So kind of exciting for folks who want the pumpkin spice, who want maybe to wear the boots and maybe some heavier coats, more layers. That's probably doable heading into next week as we hit the mid to low 70s. We'll see more patchy clouds and maybe a few showers in the mix too. Doesn't look like we'll see that much rain, at least for now. We'll keep watching the forecast and how that might adjust, but maybe a few showers also back in the mix. So again, here is a look at our temperature trend as we work our way into next week. Notice how we will be much cooler as we work our way into Tuesday and Wednesday. So some great temperatures. We actually fall below average heading into next week. So our temperature is kind of roller coastering into the end of this week and then next week, the upper 90s. And what is that, like a 25 to 30 degree swing in temperatures? Gosh, just an incredible change, but one that is welcomed back in the 80s. So I think the weekend's going to feel nice. Tomorrow, we're in the 90s. I know a lot of things going on around Portland. We've got the Rose City Comic-Con. That'll be inside, but the Keep Portland Weird Fest, all of that will be outside. Lots of outside events like farmers markets, still pretty hot. So be ready for the heat. And again, the 90s on Saturday, mid-80s on Sunday, and those temperatures start to cool. So pretty pleasant by Sunday. And then we get to Monday and the middle parts of next week, and we're back in the 70s. So much cooler, done with that excessive heat, and hopefully done with it for the rest of this summer. So surface smoke, again, an issue. This is our surface smoke model. It's by the HER, which is one of NOAA's models, and it is just showing us where the densest smoke is and how winds will blow that smoke around. So there is the big Rail Ridge fire, about 80,000 acres in central Oregon. That is still going to usher in smoke towards the Willamette Valley and western Oregon with more easterly winds aloft, ushering that smoke our way. We also have a new fire out in the Willapa Hills, I believe, out towards southwest Washington that might also bring in some smoke our way too. So yeah, I think today's going to be a very hazy, smoky day, kind of that like filtered sunshine where it looks cloudy or the blue color of the sky is very gray and kind of milky. So not the best. You might even be able to smell some smoke around the area today as we see that wildfire smoke shifting in. So poor air quality likely, and just look at all the orange and red colors of this model here right over Portland, areas of southwest Washington, Clark, Cowlitz County. So it does look like we'll see very dense smoke that kind of sits overnight. So likely a very smoky sunset, very smoky sunrise tomorrow, which could be beautiful, but I do think our air quality might suffer because of all the wildfire smoke. So here's an air quality forecast for tonight, and you can see all the reds there showing potential unhealthy air as we work into the evening. That also goes for areas of Washington County up in Oregon there towards the northwest, and then portions of Multnomah County well to the east, portions of the Gorge, and also the foothills of Clackamas County, and then Clark County too. So poor air quality. Again, I think that smoke might turn very thick going into tonight and tomorrow. So if you are sensitive to smoke, I would just limit your time outside, limit exercise, and maybe just wait till Sunday because you might get an itchy throat. You might start to, your nose might be kind of clogged, all of that, all of those symptoms with wildfire smoke in the area with, again, these big fires burning around the state. So unfortunate, but likely the case. Now, in terms of our fire weather, we still have lots of red flag warnings in place across the state here. Here's a look at, let's see if I can get this to zoom in. There we go. The Gorge through tonight, we'll see breezy conditions, which could spread fires rapidly. So still some concerns out there. Please no burning. It's very hot, very dry. We also might see erratic fire behavior for the fires in central Oregon with all the heat today, where we could see bigger smoke plumes So just tough conditions. We're still in the heart of fire season. So we want to be extra careful. Listen to Smokey, no burning heading into this weekend. Now, anybody hiking out there, it's still going to be really hot today. Tomorrow, we're in the 90s out towards the gorge. Mount Hood maybe in the 80s today. It should be a nice weekend for hiking conditions-wise, but I still am seeing lots of wildfire smoke through tomorrow morning and likely across the afternoon too. So again, those issues with air quality up in the mountains and the gorge as well. So I would maybe avoid it. Sunday, maybe the better day. We'll likely see some improvements to our wildfire smoke here in Oregon by Sunday and Monday as we change up our weather pattern and bring in some westerly, cleaner air off the ocean. So yeah, a little tough to go hiking this weekend. Very smoky on Saturday, and still campfires. Those bans continue across the Mount Hood National Forest, and again, we'll see some heat through the weekend. So be careful. Again, it's your choice if you go out there, but we will likely see smoky conditions. Bring lots of water and expect to see some hot weather too. Hey, the Ducks play at home at Autzen Stadium. I'm a Husky myself, but sometimes when the Ducks play, I'm becoming a bigger fan of them. So go Ducks. It should be a really fun night. The game starts at 7 p.m., so it's like after the heat, which is really nice. So it should be a beautiful evening at Autzen Stadium. It's at home against Boise State, the Broncos, the blue and orange team. Their colors are so vibrant. But go Ducks. Again, a fun night. We'll like to see hazy skies, sunshine, upper 70s. So it should be a really nice night for that game. And hope you guys have some fun if you will be out there. Okay, here is a look at the 7-day forecast again. I think I'm about to wrap up this live stream, but take a look at those temperatures. You can see here that we do start to cool as we head into next week. So today is the brutally hot day. Again, 98 degrees, smoky, hazy, and again, I do think that smoke will increase heading into the evening time and then overnight for Portland, Vancouver, and much of the northern parts of the valley. So unfortunate. So we'll still keep a hazy and smoky Saturday, but likely in the 90s still, a little hot as we start the weekend. We get to Sunday, we're starting to cool off. Monday should be pleasant and very warm, still pretty summery. And then the middle of next week, that's when we start to see those cooler, more fall-like conditions. Wednesday even has a very slim chance for some light rain showers. So we'll keep our eyes on the moisture and the rainfall potential, but the cooler conditions expected heading into next week, which is just exciting for folks who are waiting for fall and done with this summery weather here. So I hope you're surviving this heat. There are splash pads open this weekend. There are cooling centers today. You can head to the movies. I know Beetlejuice is out. Not really interested in seeing Beetlejuice, but I keep hearing views about it. Let's see. Lots of fun to be had. Maybe indoor activities today, board games, all that type of fun. So stay safe in this heat. I am off for the weekend, so I will see you guys later. But we've got Steve Pierce in at noon, and then we've got our Josh Cozart in the evenings today. So you can catch the forecast at noon again, and then starting at 4 p.m. tonight on KOIN 6. But until then, we'll see you later. Have a great weekend, and stay safe out there in this heat.